a beautiful day here in Minnesota. It's springtime, and spring means one thing. It means asparagus. I love asparagus, and most Americans do too. And most people know that asparagus has special powers. Now, you may not know all the ways to prepare asparagus, but have no fear because Joe knows. There's many different kinds of asparagus. Here's the asparagus most everybody's used to. You can get thinner ones that are from younger plants. Purple asparagus, which is gorgeous. And this is one of my personal favorites. This is white asparagus. And white asparagus is just the same as the green, except what they do is they pile up sawdust around the spears as they come out of the ground. So they get no sunlight, no chlorophyll, and they stay white. And the flavor, they say, is very similar to an oyster. So very interesting stuff. So let's talk about cutting up asparagus. How do you cut it up? What you do is, and everybody has told you this for so long, what you do is you take the asparagus and you very gently twist it until it snaps like that. And that's a really nice way of doing it. Unless you happen to not have a lot of time, then what you do is you stack them up, lay them down, take a knife, pick a spot, give them a whack, and you're ready to go. We're going to show you several different ways of cooking asparagus. The first one is one of my favorites actually. We're just going to saute it, and I'm going to cut it up into bite-sized pieces and saute it. Now, it's an interesting factoid, something you may not know, but the Roman Emperor Nero, asparagus was his favorite vegetable, as it is yours. And Nero had a saying, and he'd say, when you cook asparagus, you must cook it faster than you execute your enemies. So let's do that. Cook the asparagus. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to cut it in a nice diagonal. You could just cut it this way, but that's not nearly as interesting as doing a nice little diagonal like so. So we get a little better, nice little look on the asparagus. Right across there. So you get all the nice little, you get a nice look to it. I'm going to put this in this bowl here, and then what we're going to do is, I'm going to show you how we're going to saute this. Beautiful stuff. And here we go. First way we're going to do it is simply a saute. Cut it up into bite-sized pieces. A little bit of olive oil in the pan. I love my cast iron frying pan. Okay, I can see we got a nice shimmer going there. I just add in the asparagus. I'm going to add a little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper. Then we're going to give it a little stir, but you don't want to stir it too much. You want to leave it, let it sit a little bit, because you want to get a little browning on the edges there. That really adds to the flavor profile and really makes it taste much better. Give it a little bit of stir. And here we go. Delicious, ready to go. Another way to prepare asparagus is probably the most classic and one people are most used to. It's just blanching it in boiling water. I'm going to add a little bit of salt here to the water. And we're just going to blanch the asparagus right in the boiling water. It doesn't take long. Because again, don't forget what Nero said. So as you can see, as you watch it, you can see the color change on there. It brightens the color. So when the water comes back to a nice rolling boil, we're going to be pretty much done. Asparagus makes a great salad. Something to remember when you're making a salad out of asparagus. Don't dress it too far ahead with any vinaigrette because your asparagus will turn gray. You want it to stay nice and green. So just dress it right before you're going to serve it. Okay, we're ready to come out of here. So we just get her out. On the plate, nice steaming asparagus. And if that's the way you were serving it, you're ready to go. You drizzle it with a little bit of butter, sprinkle it with some Parmesan, and Bob's your uncle. Okay, baking asparagus. All of them are easy. This one's also easy. All I'm going to do is I'm going to take the asparagus. We're going to come in the bowl. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil. Just a drizzle on, doesn't need a ton. Toss it up a little bit. Add a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Toss it together so it coats. And I'm going to put it into my handy dandy cast iron pan here. Just single layer. I got a nice 400-degree oven ready to go. And in she goes. "10 to 15 minutes, they're out of the oven. They've got that nice roasted look to them. And I'm just going to put them on a plate. See that nice, exactly when they're on there, they got a nice brown look on there that was on the pan. Delicious. One of my very favorite ways of cooking asparagus is outside on the barbecue. Just like we did when we were baking it. Fresh cracked pepper on top. Toss it together so it all gets nice mixed up. And you want a nice hot barbecue. And then we're going to take it, stick it right on the coals. Hear that sizzle. Nice hot barbecue. Beautiful. Just what we wanted. The nice char marks on the other side. That gives it a really nice sweet and nutty flavor. And we're going to turn them all over. Just let them go for a couple minutes more. And then we're going to be done. Look at that. Just gorgeous. Here's one guy. And this one. The fire is smoking hot. And there you have it. Beautiful. Grilled asparagus right off the barbecue. Doesn't get any better than that. This is going to make a wonderful dinner. And you may not have known the different ways that you can cook asparagus. But don't forget, Joe knows.